Coronation Street star Vicky Myers is one of the most popular stars in the show right now, having been made a regular cast member earlier this year and been put into a will they, won't they romance storyline with soap favourite Carla Connor, played by Alison King. Viewers were no stranger to the actress appearing on the cobbles as DS Swain, but her appearances were sporadic. The detective sergeant was first seen in 2021 when she led the police investigation into the assaults on Nina Lucas and Seb Franklin, which led to the latter's death. Last year, viewers of the ITV soap saw Swain face backlash from Daisy Midgley after the police didn't stop her stalker Justin Rutherford before he launched a horrific acid attack on her wedding day, also hurting and permanently scarring Ryan Connor. She was then seen hunting down serial killer Stephen Reed back in October, only for him to be ploughed into and killed on the street by Peter Barlow, and now she's found herself on and off the case of Joel Deering thanks to the evil solicitor's involvement with her daughter Betsy. Sharing how she felt about being back on the cobbles earlier this year when it was confirmed she had a permanent role on the soap at the time of Lauren Bolton's disappearance storyline, Vicky told the Manchester Evening News, "It's always a joy to get that call, but I think in particular this time, once the scripts landed and I knew the storyline. Because Swain had often mentioned, or in particular in the Amy Barlow storyline about consensual sex, about how she is passionate about violence against women. So then to see this progress through this storyline and also to work with so many different characters, to get the opportunity to work with David Nielsen again because we briefly worked together when I first joined with the hate crime storyline, is a real joy. But to also come back here, what's not to love?" Asked if she thought the role of DS Swain would become what it has when she was originally contracted to do a handful of episodes, Vicky said, "I was contracted to do 8. It was 2 4s. So no, not at all. This is really quite something. Obviously, you hope, but I think my job at that time was to make sure that I got to the truth of this woman and portray that and do it as authentically as I possibly could." Some Corrie fans, however, may not realize that playing Swain isn't the first time Vicky has appeared in Weatherfield. The soap star has opened up to Inside Soap magazine about her previous appearances in the long-running soap, revealing that her past scenes saw her embroiled in 2 dramatic accidents. "I came in for the first time as a paramedic for a very busy scene when there was a fire on the street, just a walk-on role," she recalled to the publication. Then a few years later, "I played a driver who came to the rescue after Tyrone and Molly had been in a car accident up in the hills." Vicky added, "I shared scenes with the wonderful, lovely Alan Halsall, Tyrone Dobbs. He's hilarious, and always has some funny jokes to tell you!" It was in 2016 that the actress landed her big break in the Harlan and Coburn series The Five, followed by Channel 4's Ackley Bridge and The Long Shadow. However, her ultimate dream was always to be on Coronation Street. Vicky, hailing from Stockport, previously told The Mirror, "In the north, as soon as you mention you're an actress, people ask, 'Oh, have you been in Coronation Street?' Now I can proudly say I have. On my first day, I walked down the cobbles and I thought, I recognize you. I've grown up watching the show, so it feels like home." More recently, Vicky revealed her link to an Emmerdale star. Lisa Riley revealed she too has been watching her fellow actress in action. Taking to Instagram on Wednesday, October 9th, the Mandy Dingle star shared a selfie of the pair from when they worked on the BBC's Manchester-based drama, Age Before Beauty, in 2018. Alongside it, Lisa wrote, "So proud of my TV sister at Vicky Myers knocking it out of the park on at Coronation Street. You are a dream, keep being you babes. #Coronation Street at Emmerdale #Emmerdale." Resharing the post to her own Instagram story, Vicky said, "Love you at Lisa Jana Riley #Regan through Lethe World." As for her personal life, the daughter of pub landlords, by the age of 20 Vicky was married with a baby. Her daughter Megan is now grown up and married. Reflecting on her personal lows earlier this year, she shared with The Mirror, "When my husband and I split up, I was quite down, bitter and vengeful, and when I was told I had cancer, I remember thinking, if this is it for me, I've missed out on all this time with my daughter and I haven't really been the best person that I wanted to be. The diagnosis recentered me and made me focus on what is really important and what makes me happy. Now, every time I go into work and see the Coronation Street sign, it's quite overwhelming. It was in 2010 when her life was turned upside down, and she became a single mum. Just a few months later, doctors noticed a suspicious mark by chance while she was taking her nephew for a medical checkup. "My nephew has a heart condition," she said. As we turned to leave, the doctor said, "Can I have a look at that mark on your leg?" Within 5 days I was in hospital. I was wearing 3/4 length combat trousers that day. You can roll them up into shorts, which I did in the car just before the appointment, because it was a really hot June day. It's quite incredible to think that if it had been a miserable day the doctor would never have seen the little dark mark on my calf. I definitely had an angel watching over me that day. Doctors found out she had skin cancer and her ex-partner helped take care of their daughter Megan while she got better from reconstructive surgery.